With an ace, you can go with a deuce. But if you turn up an eight, you just better hang loose on Cut Shark. And here's the host of Cut Shark, Jim Perry.
Thank you very much. I thank you. And welcome to Cut Shark. Delighted to have you here. Thank you for joining us at home. First of all, let me take care of business and thank for the opening poem Fran Bierman of Hilo, Hawaii, watching on KHON TV, Channel 2. Doesn't that sound like a nice place? Thank you. We are beginning the second week of 3 very exciting weeks with some of America's top game show hosts playing for their favorite charity. I hope you were with us last week when Wink Martindale left us, and he got $5,000 for the West Tennessee Cerebral Palsy Center. Alan Ludden has left with the L.A. Zoo Association, $8,900 richer. And next week when we have the finals, Bill Cullen and Gene Rayburn will be coming back. They'll be the 2 in the finals from that group. We have 4 more gentlemen coming out now. 2 of them will be back next week for the finals. They're playing for their favorite charities. Let's welcome Tom Kennedy, Jack Clark, Jim Lang, and Alex Trebek. Tom, good to have you here. Jack, pleasure to be here, my friend. Pleasure, Jim. How are you? Alex, you came formal.
Wait a minute. I want everybody to know that I, too, would have worn a suit, the same as these guys today, except the sale ran out before I got there.
That was it. So you kept little Montreal Canadiens being represented there, right?
Yes, and for your knowledge, and theirs also, because some of the people who are watching today know that you perform in Canada.
Yeah.
I don't want any special help from you. However, I should like to point out that you do have relatives still in Canada.
Good to have you all here with us. Alex, who are you going to be playing for?
I'm playing for the ICANN Associates, the Interagency Council on Child Abuse and Neglect.
Good group. Jim, how about you?
I'm playing for the National Association for the Visually Handicapped, a marvelous group.
Yes, indeed. Tom?
It is the Cerebral Palsy School on Baxter Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky.
Good, good, good. Jack?
Alex and I are sort of kindred. My mommy spanks me a lot still for the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse.
Good groups. Good groups all. Okay, so let's wish them all well. They'll be coming back. We're going to play a round robin all week. Gentlemen, if you will, I thank you. See all of you as we break things up in the pairings. And now, let's open up the board and get to those cards. Go ahead. Lois and Melinda will start loading in the cards for the first match of the round robin with Tom Kennedy and Jack Clark. There we go. Now then. Get you guys comfortable. Did you get a chance to work through and get in the swing of things with this? Get comfortable?
We did
here?
indeed. We had one of the most dismal rehearsals of any show ever.
Really?
Neither one of us did.
They will send a posse for us if we do as badly on the air.
Now it's for the money. I know it'll be well. You both cut the cards?
Yeah, we did.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
We thank you for joining us, and I know your favorite charity is going to be happy. Starting the best 2 out of 3 with a question to Tom.
All right.
Tom, we asked 100 women, have you ever hidden money in your bra?
Oh.
How many women said yes, they have?
I would say out of 100 women?
Out of 100 women?
Many. And, but you just want to know not... Yeah, okay, so I would say at least 75%.
Or 75 out of 100 in this case. Tom's thinking goes in his mind. It's all cerebral.
Yeah.
75 out of 100, Jack. What do you think, higher or lower?
Just the vision of Elsie Kumquat in high school floods back somehow.
Floods back. Good choice of words there.
Well, yes. Oh, big cup Elsie. I'll tell you, I'm going to just... Because that's such a high number. I think a lot have, maybe most have, but I'm going to go lower.
A little lower than that.
Yeah.
If it's lower, Jack plays his cards. If not, Tom plays his. You wait and see. And the actual number of women who have hidden money in their bra is 59. Jack is right. It is lower. All right. Elsie came to mind, and Jack gets to the cards with a 3. Oh.
Well, boy, that's a tough decision, but I'm going to take a chance and leave that there.
I go lower?
Yes.
I think so.
We agree with that, I think.
Higher, of course.
Oh, good thinking. All right, Jack has a 4. There was a lot of white on that card. Let's go, Jack.
Right? All right. Oh, my goodness. I went into intensive care for a minute. All right, I'm on a roll. One in a row. Higher again.
Risking it higher. Yes, it is a 9.
Friezo.
Jack knows how to play the game with a near-middle card. He freezes. We can't take those cards away from him.
All right.
Jack, we sent our man on this chance,
Oh, yes.
where he asked 100 bachelors.
Oh, boy.
If you asked a woman to spend the night with you, would you respect her more if she refused? How many bachelors would respect a woman more if she refused to spend the night?
What kind of a dumb question is that, Jim? French bachelor.
French bachelors, would you respect her more if she refused? How many would?
I've never been to France. I must go with the lore that we hear that they're very
They are, I suspect. Yeah, that's.
I'm trying to think of another word. Would they respect them more if they refused?
If she refused.
I would say a low number, like 20.
20 out of
Yeah.
100, Tom. What do you think?
Well, I was... the audience seems to think higher. I was thinking in terms of lower, but even something over 20 is still low out of 100. And so I am going to say higher, though. I think it'd be around 25.
I must say, I was just thinking about, you were saying you hadn't been there. I was in Paris, and it reminded me that the problem was that all of the girls wanted to respect me. I mean, 20 and higher. The actual number of bachelors who would respect a woman more if she refused to spend the night is 70. It's higher. Their morals are not that much different than ours. That's a surprise.
You learn
And
something.
Tom, you start with a 3 as
Oh,
well.
that's a good-looking card. Yeah. It's even red on red. My favorite colors. Go higher.
Higher?
Yes.
A 10.
I'm going to play. I am going to play, and I want to go lower.
He's going to risk it.
Yes.
He's right with a 6.
Right. I'm going to continue to play. I want to go higher.
Now he's really taking a chance. No. Back to the base card he goes. I suspect that Jack's laughing intimidated him.
No, I'm sorry. for
Jack,
that.
you got a free chance to play off the 9 now.
Can I change
You
that?
cannot change it. You did not win the question. You must play it as is.
And I got to go.
You got to go. Well, it's worth your while to go. You can't lose.
I'm going to... I haven't seen any high cards up there. For the heck of it, I'm going to go higher.
He's going against the odds. Is he right? Yes, he is. For the Jack.
What a call,
There you go. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and go lower.
If it's lower, Jack has the first game and the first $100 for his charity. He does. Jack Clark wins game 1. And we'll be right back with game 2 right after we take time out for this. Game 1 going to Jack Clark. Now we'll deal out the same 2 decks of cards with the next cards off the top of the deck. And if you can remember what's been played, that is often a help. Start game 2 with a question to you, Tom.
Oh, I see. We
Are you
continue.
doing your Napoleon imitation there? I like that.
Yes, yes.
Tom, we asked 100 people. Fascinating question. 100 people. If Walter Cronkite announced on the evening news that he had ridden in a flying saucer, would you believe him? How many people would believe Walter
wow.
Cronkite?
A whole bundle. A whole bundle. Especially since I was in that thing with him, and it was one of the best rides I have had from Hackensack all the way. I would say, but I don't want to go too. So, and he's going to say, I would say about 70% of the people would
Or
buy it.
70 out of 100 in this case would believe Walter. Jack?
Now what are you going to do?
I'll tell you, Walter Cronkite has, he has that credibility probably as much as anybody on this planet, in our nation certainly. And people will believe almost anything. If I said it, they'd say, oh, Clark's ripped again, but 70 is a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to go lower.
A little lower than that. Yeah, he get caught between the fact. I think there was a poll. He was the most trusted man in America. But how trusted if he says something like that?
Well, let's find out.
70 and lower. The actual number of people who would believe that Walter Cronkite had ridden in a flying saucer is 25. It's lower. Jack has it. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I was close.
That's easy to believe. Jack, you got a 2.
Astonished.
Number 2.
Oh, but I'm up
I
high.
already said it's a 9.
Oh, you son of a gun. I got to freeze. I got to freeze it. Yeah.
Jack gets a one-card
Oh,
advantage.
boy, yeah.
Question going to you, Jack.
All right.
Now, it is a fact that to reduce prostitution, a New York City radio... Look how I got their attention.
Would you lock up, Tom? I'm getting
Jack, it's a fact that to reduce prostitution, a New York City radio station was broadcasting the names of the men who were arrested as the customers of the prostitutes. That's a fact. They did that for one. So we asked 100 people, very simply, do you approve? How many people do approve of broadcasting the names of the men who are arrested with prostitutes?
Easy for you to laugh. Yeah.
How low can you go on that?
I'm gonna see my own bias on the thing would be that it's a darn good idea because the two people involved, the two people should, if either going to be exposed, they should both be exposed. Unfortunate choice of words.
I'm just going to stand here and let you hang yourself. Yeah, right ahead.
It's lonely here in the middle, I'll tell you, Jim. I'm going to say a relatively low number. Say maybe 32.
32 out of 100 approve
I
of
can give
giving
you
the
a
men's
quick
names.
answer on that one. Lower. Definitely lower.
Really?
I think it could be around 10, yeah.
You don't think they should
And
give
look
the
at my
names?
track record so far. I think, yeah, lower.
Lower. The actual number of men or people who approve of broadcasting the names of men who are arrested with prostitutes is 59. Not lower, is higher. Jack was right. They are equal. They're in it together.
got this
They're going to
game
suffer
locked,
together.
haven't we?
Boy,
Jack, you've got a 9.
I'm going to change that, yeah.
Now you can
that
change it.
card,
You won the
yeah.
question.
Change
The
that
9
card and
becomes
we,
a 5. Good change.
It's better. Higher.
Higher than a 5. Yes, a king.
All right. Lower.
Lower than a king. An 8.
Breezes.
What a time with that
yeah.
middle card.
Oh,
But
yeah.
nonetheless, with that freeze, Jack needs just one card for a crack of the money. And Tom,
Yeah, let's get to the service.
100 women business executives.
Yes.
If you were offered a better paying job, but it was overseas, in a country where women always had to wear veils over their faces, would you take the job? How many women executives said, yeah, they'd take that foreign job and wear a veil?
Yeah. I have to ask you to repeat it because these are women executives that are being
women
asked this
executives.
question.
They are successful, but if they're offered a better paying job, but they'd have to be overseas wearing a veil all the time.
Oh,
How
they
many
would
take
also
it?
be subject to that local
That's right.
custom.
They would have to wear the veil for the more money.
Forget it. 20%.
Or 20 out of 100.
20 out of
What do you think, Jack?
Yeah, I have to believe, successful or not, male or female, that the vanity is such, it's such a heavy thing with all of us, and should be. I'm going to say lower.
Lower than that.
Fewer than that, yes.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. How important is the money?
Yeah,
The
that's
actual
right.
number of women executives who said they would take the foreign job and wear a veil is 5. Jack is right about the vanity, and he's looking at that middle card.
Change that card.
Big change for
Change
Jack
that
Clark. He
card
needs 1,
give
and
me
he's got a 6.
Aha. What are you going to do? Bum-ba-dum-bum. Higher.
If it's higher, Jack wins the match. No. Still an even. On the last card, Tom gets a free chance at a queen.
Well, I like it. Lower.
Lower than a queen. Yes, a 2.
Higher.
Higher than a 2, a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4, a jack. Lower. Trying to go all the way. No. The last card fails. Question 4, sudden death. Someone's got to win the match
All right.
on this, or the game, on this play of the cards. Jack, we asked 100 married men, does your wife's cooking, has it ever been so bad that it gave you indigestion? How many men said their wife's cooking has given them indigestion? Were you thinking of a meal or the question there when you were...
I'm going to have to say, with all due respect to the cooking skills of our ladies, a lot. As a matter of fact, 60.
60 out of 100?
Sure. As a matter of fact, I think that honesty prevails today more than ever before, and whether this was asked of either sex really doesn't make any difference. I'd say higher.
Higher than that?
Yeah.
The actual number of men who said their wife's cooking has given them indigestion is 28. It's lower. Beg your pardon, Jack. Got it. Yes, you said higher. Now,
I said higher.
sudden death, Jack.
I'm
You've got an
stunned, really,
interesting
by that
position
number.
here because you could change that 6. You need only 1 card. Or you can pass it to Tom, who has a pretty good base card, a queen, but he needs all 4. You can decide right now. Do you want to play it or do you want to pass it?
There's a mean streak of you, Kennedy. You know that? You know, I'm I'm gonna change the card and play it.
So you're going to play it yourself.
Yeah.
Then this is a very big change because making that decision, you've got to call it right. Another 6. Call it
Well-
right, you win. Call it wrong, and Tom wins.
Now you're talking. That's a better card. Yeah, that's a better card. Now, if I do it wrong, he wins?
He wins. It's sudden death.
I'm not very bright, am I?
You're stuck with higher. Is it higher? No. Yes, it is. I thought you were going to pass it with 4 cards there. Tom, we'll see you a little later in the round-robin tournament, okay?
Good.
Tom Kennedy's going to be coming back. Jack Clark's coming down here with me. He's going to play the big money cards right after we take time out for this. All right, Jack, you cut those money cards, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
Now, on behalf of the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse, let's get over and play them. Come on, Jack. Good luck. This is what it's all about. Chance to take some money for your favorite charity. And here we go. The cards that Jack cut. We're going to give him $200 of new money. 3 cards on the bottom line to bet as he will. I can see those are new cards. Lois having a hard time hanging on to them.
Pretty ladies, it's hard to concentrate.
200 on the next level. Remember, minimum bet's $50 till we get to the top card. The big bet where you must risk at least half of it.
Yeah, would they respect media's bonuses?
Oh, of course. Here's $200, Jack. And remember, you can change your base card at each level if you need to. Starting
Okay.
off with...
Here it is.
You can change that.
I'm going to change that, sir.
All right, you can only
Yeah.
change it once. You must play this one.
I understand. All
Here's a
right.
good change with a king.
All right.
200 and a king.
Only 2 cards can hurt me. I don't want to go broke. No, I'm not going to bet at all. I want to think of the charity. 150 lower.
$150, lower than a king. Yes, and a 2. Good goal.
All right, I'm going to, there's only one thing that can hurt me, another deuce, right?
Only the 3 other deuces could
I'm
hurt.
going to keep a little mad money. I'm going to bet 300 higher.
$300, higher than a 2. Yes! Now you're near the middle.
Now I'm in a little trouble, aren't I? Yeah. All right, I'm going to bet $50. The odds are lower, but I'm going to go against the odds, and I don't know why. Higher.
He's got a feeling. Is he right? Higher? No. Feelings are good, but the odds are often better.
Yeah.
We're going to move up to 6 and give you the other 200, Jack. You're up to 800. Do you want the 6?
Those hunches build the big hotels in Vegas, you know. Now, can I change that?
You can change
let
it
me
now.
try it. Yeah, let me change it.
Made a good change before. Can he make a good change again? Well, a little better.
A little better.
You've got a 5 and 800.
I'm going to, I'm going to bet $100 higher.
$100 higher than a 5. Yes, with a queen. 900 and a queen.
All right. I'm going to bet $400 lower.
He's opening the purse strings. 400 lower. Yes, right again. 1,300. 2 cards to go.
All right. I'll wind up with an even 15 if I bet, well, no, I bet more than that. I think I'm going to bet, 200. All right, 200. That was my first time. 200 lower.
$200 lower than a 10. And he's right again. 1,500. We move up to 5. First big decision. Do you want that 5?
Yeah, I think I'll hang in with that.
You're going to play the 5.
Well, no.
5 is the equivalent of a jack on the other side of the 8.
There's so few that would be better than that, and it's close to the... I'm going to take a chance and change it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Did the audience talk him into something? A change? 2 or 4. That's a good change. You must bet at least $750, Jack. You have 1,500 and a 4.
All right. $1,000 higher.
$1,000 higher than a 4. Yes! For $2,500. That's a good job. That's a nice job. We'll be right back with another match right after this. Jim Lang and Alex Trebek have joined us. We're running out of time. The cards are dealt in front of the audience, and we'll start the match with a question to Jim.
Okay.
Jim, we asked 100 married women.
Married women.
Has another man ever asked you to leave your husband for him?
Ooh.
How many married women said yes? Another man has actually asked them to leave their husband.
I've done that many times, but not too many. I would say...
Asked the man to leave her husband? Or
No, the other way around. I would say 14.
14 out of 100. Higher or lower, Alex?
He's given me so much to work with, I think it's going to be higher.
Higher. The actual number of married women who said another man has actually asked them to leave their husband is is 33. Boy, is it higher. 1 out of every 3. Yes, indeed. Alex Trebek starts with a queen.
I think I better stay with that. Lower the next
Lower than
card.
a queen. Yes, the 5.
Higher.
Playing it higher. No, another 5 is not higher. Wait a minute. Jim gets a free chance.
All right.
But a 2.
Run. Here we go. All right. Higher.
Higher than a 2, an 8.
Oh, that's not very good. Higher.
He's going to risk it. And he's
All
right
right.
for a 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10. A 4.
All right.
Oh, no.
To win the game, higher.
Is it higher for the game? No! A double score. Back to the base card goes Jim. We'll be right back right after this. Bye-bye for now. Have yourself a good day.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Hamilton Beach's new espresso coffee maker. Brews 1 to 4 demi-tasse espresso cups in a carafe. Convenient on-off switch. Double spout nozzle fills 2 separate cups. Furnished by Hamilton Beach Scoville. And some of our contestants will receive a Blue Luster shampoo or a new Blue Luster Plus carpet shampoo with grease cutters and brighteners to remove ground-in dirt and grime. And a selection of Tenty products. A great new building set from Hasbro with Tenty. It's a snap to be a better builder. And bag sealer from General Electric. Custom seal and cut the size bag you need in seconds. Bag material stores inside. This is Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. Questions are answered. The cards are played. If a deuce comes up, you've got it made. On Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you, Louis. Thank you very much. I thank you, and welcome to Card Sharks. Delighted to have you here. Thank you. Thank you for joining us at home. And the opening poem comes from Mildred Short of Aurora, Illinois, watching on WMAQ TV, Channel 5. Thank you, Mildred, for taking part in the show. Now let's open up the board and get to the cards. And we'll continue Turnabout Week with some fine TV MCs, Jim Lang and Alex Trebek. Hello, James.
How are you?
I'm fine. Alex, good to see you.
Good, thank you.
It's been nice and casual.
Better today than you did yesterday, yeah.
Well, yesterday I wore a Montreal Canadiens shirt, but unfortunately they were eliminated by the Minnesota North Stars
Yay.
last year in the playoffs, and Minnesota's colors are green.
So that's
why
it
I'm
in
green.
honor of them. You are you still
I'm
play a
puck
lot of
crazy,
hockey, don't
is
you?
what it is.
You still play hockey. You've got
I did until about a year and a half ago when I took an elbow in the side of the face and broke a molar. And that took $1,500 to fix. And I said, hockey might be a younger man's
maybe
game.
not. What do you do to relax?
I play hockey.
You do.
Not anymore, but I did.
No.
Yeah, I played in high school and college. I play golf. I love to play golf, and he's starting
Who
to.
are you playing for now?
I'm playing for the National Association for the Visually Handicapped. They've been my favorite charity for many years. I've had 12 golf tournaments for them, and going to make a lot of money.
And Alex?
Brand new charity, the Associates of ICANN, the Interagency Council on Child Abuse and Neglect.
All right. Let's get to it. Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
Both cut the book cards. We're playing the best 2 out of 3. Of course, it's a round-robin tournament. As we left off, looking at the board, Jim has uncovered a 2. He needs 4 cards. Alex has uncovered a queen. Both good base cards. He also needs 4. We pick up with question 2, and it goes to you, Alex. Oh, boy.
All right.
Hey.
Now, it's a fact that Donald Sutherland, the actor, actually delivered 2 of his own children. That's a fact. So we asked 100 married women, if you were pregnant, would you let Donald Sutherland... No, I'm taking If you were pregnant, would you let your husband deliver the baby for you? How many married women would let their husband deliver their baby?
Okay. We have moved into a different age than the one in which I grew up, and I think a lot of women would. So I'm going to say that of 100, 68 would.
68 out of 100 would let their husband deliver the baby, Jim. Higher or lower?
That's a tough number. My thinking was along his lines, that if these were younger women, that's the little Boyer method and all that. But I think he went a little too high. I'll say lower.
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 It's lower. Jim plays his cards. If not, it'll be Alex with his. The actual number of married women who would let their husband deliver the baby is 37. It's lower. Jim is right.
Go, Jim.
Very much lower, as a matter of fact. Jim, you've got a 2 as your base card.
I will go higher for the next
Higher than the
card.
2. Yes, it
I love that. All right, no aces, no kings. Come on, lower.
Lower than a king. A 3.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I did this last time, and it...
Hold the phone. Get the saliva test out.
Let's see. Well, I got to go higher.
Going with that good card, and he's right
All
for the
right.
queen. Now, you need only 1 and a good card there. What do you do?
Odds are 3-1 in your favor.
Say what? They say lower. Come on, please, lower.
Be a king. Go for the first game of the match. Yes! Jim Lang goes all the way to win game number 1, and $100 for the National Association of the Visually Handicapped. We'll get to game 2 as Lois clears the board. Next card's off the top of the deck.
Stay, or do I have to go home?
No. You're here.
Oh, but
of course, you got to make a comeback right now.
I can name that in 2 notes.
It's easy for you to say. Tom, get out here.
All right. Jim, recently a football player wrote a book claiming that he goes out of his way to injure the players he tackles. So we asked 100 men, do you think a professional football player like this should be thrown off his team? How many men said yes, a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team?
Boy, I'd love to know where those 100 men were. That would make a lot of difference.
In a
Pittsburgh,
bar.
it'd be different.
In a bar in Pittsburgh.
That's right. How many think he should be thrown off?
How many think he should be thrown off for intentionally trying to injure someone?
Oh, I'd say 83%.
83 out of 100 in this case, Alex. Now, you like hockey, the great violent sport. What do you think?
I think there are enough football fanatics out there that more than 17 would go along with the guy who wants to injure. They get their jollies that way, so I'm going to have to go lower.
On the lower because of the numbers. Oh, the audience doesn't agree with you.
I don't agree with the guy who does it. I'm just saying lower.
No, just right. There may be more who feel the macho thing and what have you.
I think so.
The actual number of men who said a professional football player who tries to injure other players should be thrown off his team is 76, and Alex is right. And probably right with your thinking as well. And Alex, you need this game.
It's my turn to roll the board.
Run the board. You can change that now.
Change that, please.
You win the question. You can always change it, and a good change with a 10.
Thanks a lot.
A little better.
Got to be a little bit lower.
Lower than a 10. No, it's not lower. It's the same. And Jim Lang gets a free chance to play a jack.
All right, I can't change that, right?
You must play it.
Can't change higher. No, lower. Excuse me, lower.
All right, lower.
Lower.
And
All
you're
right.
right with a 2.
But you said higher.
Oh, am I hot? Higher.
Higher than a 2. A 9.
Don't look at me. I bombed out twice.
Help. Freeze.
We move over the freeze bar, protecting that position for Jim. And question 2 goes to Alex.
The chicken is loose here.
Alex, now one of this year's bestsellers is a book on sex in America written by a married man who did a lot of personal research into the subject.
I know
such as going to massage parlors to experience what goes on there. So we asked 100 married women, would you let your husband go to a massage parlor if he said he was doing research for a book? How many women said they would let their husband go to the massage parlor for research on a book?
Depends what kind of research he's doing. If he's doing a book that has to do with mechanics, why not? Let's go for about... Somebody in the audience yelled 25. Now, I think women are more in control of themselves and are not that worried. So let's go for 62.
62 out of 100 would let him go to a massage parlor. Trusting women.
I don't think women are that trusting. I got to say lower.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
The actual number of women who said they would let their husband go to a massage parlor to do research for a book is 24. It's lower.
Not many.
Not that many.
Wait a minute. I'm canceling my membership in the National Organization of Women and ERA and all of that.
Jim, you've got a 9.
I want to change the card.
See if you can improve the 9, and it becomes...
Come on.
a 6. Better?
Well, that's 6. Not much of an improvement. I can freeze right now, can't I?
You can indeed. No, you might. That's a
No,
good change.
I tell you what.
There's no point. You have nothing to lose at
That's
this
right.
point.
Go higher.
See, you haven't made a call yet.
Higher.
Higher? It is
All
higher than
right.
8.
So long, Alex. Lower.
Alex is already leaving. Is it lower? Yes, it is.
All right.
I've been lucky. Well, listen, I hope you're going to be lucky over there as we go for the big money. That's all right. You can go sit down for a while. We'll see you a little later in the round robin, yes?
While you were winning out here, they were putting a parking ticket on your car.
We'll be back with Jim Lang right after this. With Jim Lang, who already has $200 for his favorite charity. We're talking about the game, and yeah, that's absolutely right about the person who has to pick the number. They have the tough spot.
Yeah, they're on the hook, and of course, sometimes if you really know your subject, it's easier. But this is a tough game. It's a lot of fun.
This is the fun part coming up now. You cut the money cards?
Yeah, I did before.
Let's get over and play it. Come on, Jim. Here's the good part. See if we can pick up a little money for your favorite charity.
Come on, girls. Good cards.
$200 of new money and 3 cards on the bottom line for Jim to bet as he will. And we move up to the second level, add another $200 and 3 more cards. And remember, the minimum bet's $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must risk at least half the money.
Okay.
Good luck, Jim.
Got it.
Here's $200.
All right.
And remember, too, that you can change the base card in each of the 3 levels if you need to. Thank you, Belinda.
Stay lucky, Jim.
Stay
Come
lucky?
on. Stay lucky.
Well,
Change it. Change it.
only change it once.
Come on.
Must
Little or
play
big?
this.
Little or big? Oh, worse. Worse.
Near the middle with a 7 and $200.
Well, here I have control of the money. $50 higher.
$50 going with the odds higher. And he's right.
All right.
$250 and a check.
That's still not a great card. I'll go $100 lower.
$100 lower than a jack.
Oh.
Jack down to 150.
Well, I got 150 left, and, well, it's got to be lower. I'll go $100 lower.
Again, $100 lower. This time he's right with a 3. Good card. And with 250, we're going to move it up and give you the other 200. You've got 450, Jim.
Keep it. I can change that, but I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep it $250 higher.
250. Higher than a 3. Yes. Third jack. Came up at a good time.
Boy, that jack killed me before. $200 lower.
$200 lower than the jack. He's right again. 906.
$50. Wow, make it an even number. $100 higher.
All right, $100 be there. Higher. Yes, with a 10. Nice round $1,000 as we move up to 10. Do you want it?
No, I want to change the card.
Let's see a good one right now.
Change
Come
the
on.
card. Come on. Oh.
Near the middle with a 7. Jim, you must bet at least
Now we got to go with
500.
intuition, don't we?
You've got 1,000. You're near the middle with a 7. What do you say?
I got to bet $500.
That's right.
All right, $500 higher.
Come on.
Higher. Come on, higher.
Higher than a 7.
Higher. Oh.
A tough card up there at the
Yeah.
top, but you held back. So you've got 500, the 200 in the game. You're off and running with $700 for the National
great.
Association of the Visually Handicapped. Tough card up there at the top, Jim. Very tough. Come on down here, and we'll be back with 2 nice gentlemen to start another match right after this. Jim Lang is staying here, winning 1 match, and as we continue the round robin, the winner of the other first match, Jack Clark, is back here with us. We welcome Jack back.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome back, brother. Formidable opponent.
You're tough. You are here.
I have a whole new respect for contestants. First time I've been on this side,
Me
and
too.
it's scary.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
The pressure's on. You're playing for who now?
For the National Committee for the Prevention of Child Abuse.
Good. Good. You've already won $2,700 for them, so you're off to a good start.
Very grateful. That's
Good luck to both of you. Lois has dealt out the 2 brand new decks of cards. Our gentlemen cut them, and we start with a question to Jack.
Okay.
Jack, we asked 100 men. If you could prolong your life 20 years by having your brain transplanted into a woman's body, would you do it? How many men would prolong their life by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body?
Wow. Now, that's a joke. There's another question you're going to
No,
ask,
that's the
right?
question. That's it.
But now,
This is one of our literate questions.
Do we know, or is there any way of knowing the age level of these?
Now, whenever it's
100
like 100 men, it'll be 100
don't
men
stall.
cross.
Let's go.
Cross section.
I'm gonna go for a low number. I really am. I'm gonna go for 18.
18 out of 100 men would take another 20 years by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body.
That's a good guess. It would depend on which woman you were going to transplant it into. You know, if it was Raquel Welch, hey, let's go. But I think lower. I don't think very many men would.
Even lower than that?
Yeah, brain transplant.
For 20 years, interesting,
Well,
18 and lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of men who would prolong their life by having their brain transplanted into a woman's body is 29, not lower. It's a little higher. Jack's got it.
That many?
Yeah, 29. Well, 20 years is a long time to add to your life, and maybe that 29 all thought they were going to be Raquel. Jack, you start with a 4.
All right, I'm going to play the 4. Higher.
Higher than a 4, a king.
All right. Lower.
Lower than a king, a 3.
Hey, you're hot. Watch out. Watch out. Higher.
Higher than a 3. No.
Isn't that frustrating? I can't believe that.
You know, you were talking about contestants before. The look on your face looked like everybody that happens to.
I know.
Jim, you've got a queen.
All right, I can't change that
You
at all.
must play it.
I'll say lower.
Lower than a queen, a 9.
Oh, that's tough. I'll say lower again.
Oh, he's going to risk it, and he's right.
All right, now I'm going to freeze.
And now halfway across the board, Jim freezes. Lois will fill in the spaces for Jack.
Gutsy, lucky. Gutsy move.
Jim
Yeah,
Lang
really
continues being lucky up here.
Yeah.
Jim, we asked 100 bachelors. Very simply,
Oh, I should know that.
are you lonely? How many bachelors admitted they are lonely?
Oh. Get a lot of help from the bachelorettes out there. They wish all the bachelors
Yes,
were lonely.
yes, all the ladies who said 100,
No,
that's wishful
there's
thinking,
a
right?
certain percentage of bachelors who are not lonely. I mean, who are having a great time, you know. But 2/3, I'd say 66 of them said they, what is it, we're lonely or we're not lonely?
They are lonely.
Are lonely. Oh. Okay, 50%. How's that put on you?
50?
Huh? 50%.
Or 50 out of 100.
50
Say
out of
they
100.
are lonely. Jack?
You're warm. You're
Yeah.
a warm, giving human being. Unhappily, I think unhappiness is a malady that too many people suffer. However, I'm not sure that they'd admit it. Macho and all that. Lower.
Lower.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't agree. I don't know the answer, but I would think that basically at some point or another, if you're by yourself, it's going to get to you. I would think it'll be higher. But we'll find out. 50, you say lower.
Yeah.
The actual number of bachelors who admitted they are lonely is 23. You're right, Jack. I was wrong. Well,
No, I think they lied, Jim. That's what I...
you just want to make me feel good. Jack, you've got a 4.
All right, let's play it higher.
Higher than a 4. Yes, a
All
queen.
right. Lower.
Lower than a queen, another 4. Higher than a 4, an 8.
Rizzo.
Well, that one was an easy decision. Wow, both players pretty well across that board.
Good game.
Yes, it is.
Jack, we asked 100 policemen. If a famous bank robber, fascinating question, 100 policemen.
Famous bank
If
robber.
a famous bank robber disappeared 50 years ago, and you discovered that he was now the kindly old man who lived next door to you, would you turn him in? How many policemen would turn the kindly
How long has
old
it been?
man in? Huh?
How long has it been?
50 years. He's a bank robber, and you find out he's the nice guy living next door.
How many would turn him in?
How many would turn him
I'll
in?
tell you, I bet you, because I doubt if there's a police officer in the world who wouldn't rather have crime disappear and go into some other line of work. If this guy's been clean, or at least out of banks for 50 years, I bet very few would turn him in. Yeah, I'm going to go again to 17.
17 out of 100 would turn the
17.
kindly old man in, Jim.
That makes a tough decision because I think he's right. His logic is perfectly correct. Just depends which officers. Some are dedicated so that they would want a promotion. They could, but I'll say lower.
Lower than that.
Lower, yeah.
The actual number of policemen who would turn the kindly old man in is 76.
Really?
76. Oh, boy.
I regret winning that one, Jim. I'll be
We
honest
found
with you.
out a lot about policemen right there.
Just keep
Jack,
playing,
you've got
Jack.
an 8.
Yeah. Oh, you change it. Go
Definitely get rid of
No
that
more
middle
8,
card, and
please.
Jack
Don't,
has a 5. Is it higher for the first game of the match? Yes! Jack Clark wins game 1. We'll be back with game 2 in this match right after this. We're still talking about that 76 that would turn in the kindly old man.
I'm astonished.
The statute of limitations had run out. He wouldn't have been convicted anyway. So
Well, they're going to get him. He was guilty.
Oh,
Same 2 decks of cards. We'll start game 2. Jack has the first game, and the question goes to you, Jim.
all right.
Jim, we asked 100 married men. Did you tell your wife you loved her the very first day you knew her? How many married men did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her?
And a lot of guys use that as an approach.
Right.
You know, I mean, they just come, I love you, and they don't really mean it. But a lot of them probably love at first sight. That's the old thing.
Yeah.
47%. 47 out of 100.
47 out of 100 did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her.
No, I just wonder if most of us who find our ladies or our guys didn't have the least notion when they first met. I'm going to say lower than that.
Lower than that.
Yeah.
You're probably right.
How many married men did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her? That's not in the biblical... No, okay. It's 47 and lower. The actual number of married men who did tell their wife they loved her the first day they knew her is... You're right, Jack. Very much lower. 4. Very much lower. Yeah, you don't really know you love somebody right off.
right.
It kind of grows, we hope. Jack, you got an 8.
My wife told me. Good one. Well, I'm a gambling type of person. I'm going to play that one, Jim. Go lower.
Lower than an 8. That's
All right. Watch out. Oh, you get a sinking feeling, Jim?
Yes, I think.
Higher. Higher than a 2. A 7.
There you go. Rizzo.
And we move over to the blue card. Jack takes a 2-card advantage. We'll quickly get into another question. We're running out of time. We'll make this one quick. Jack, we surveyed 100 women who support the women's liberation movement. They all belong to the National Organization for Women. And we asked them, is there something in life you want to do but cannot, just because you're not a man? How many feminists said, yes, there is something they want to do but can't because they're a woman?
I don't have to be specific.
No, nothing specific.
Oh, I would say maybe, I'm thinking 62.
62 out of 100 say, yeah, there's something. You say higher.
I say higher.
The actual number of feminists who said there is something they want to do but cannot because they're a woman is 53. Not higher, it's a little lower. And Jack, you've got a 7. You want the 7?
No, change it, please.
And the 7 becomes a Jack.
All right, lower.
Lower than a Jack. An 8.
I got to freeze.
And freezing Jack needs 1 card for a crack at the big money for his favorite charity. We'll be right back right after this. Bye-bye for now. Have yourself a good day.
A representative of the studio audience will receive Hamilton Beach's new espresso coffee maker. Brews 1 to 4 demi-tasse espresso cups in a carafe. Convenient on-off switch. Double spout nozzle fills 2 separate cups. Furnished by Hamilton Beach Scoville. And some of our contestants will receive a Blue Luster shampoo or a new Blue Luster Plus carpet shampoo with grease cutters and brighteners to remove ground-in dirt and grime. And a selection of Tenty products. A great new building set from Hasbro with Tenty It's a Snap to be a better builder. And bag sealer from General Electric. Custom seal and cut the size bag you need in seconds. Bag material stores inside. Gene Wood speaking for Card Sharks. A Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.